Now we're going to start our oyster omelette. Add a generous amount of oil to the wok. Make sure to stir the batter of tapioca flour, plain flour and sweet potato flour. You're going to put in 2 to 3 scoops of the batter. And you're going to have to spread it thin. Spread it real thin. Break it up a little bit so that you have more crispy edge. Next, pour in the eggs. And not all of it, half of the eggs. Spread the egg all over. The idea is to have a good mixture of eggs and flour. It's beginning to take shape right now. The benefit of using a non-stick pan is that you can actually do this. This will ensure that the whole piece is evenly cooked and is crispy. And when you do the flip, add a little bit more oil. And then you add in the rest of the eggs. Beautiful. Alright. The heat is always on full blast, depending on the power of your stove. Mine, the fire is a little bit too weak for my liking, so I'm using full blast for now. There's a few versions of oyster omelette. One version is that you have it a whole piece rounded nicely like that. And there are some variations in the hawker center where you have it all scrambled up. I personally prefer the hawker center type where you have the oyster omelette all mixed up, a little bit messy, but it tastes better because there is more crispy edges for you to taste. Alright. And you can do another round of flip just to make sure that both sides are crispy. Now the second round of flipping, it doesn't matter if you don't get it all consistently flipped over, because it's alright, because both sides of it has already been fried by the hand surface. So right now it's alright, and you can go ahead and mess it up a little bit right now. Add a little bit of oil. Now the reason why I add some batter at the later part of the cooking is that you want to have a variety of textures. You know, some are crispy, some are still gooey. this is not too oily, unlike what you have in some hawker center. You can control the oil. And you can see that there's nice crispy browning of the texture right here. It's almost done. The next thing to do is to lower the flame. Alright, lower the flame, and you're going to add in the oyster. And the oyster you have to be really quick because we're using a frozen oyster right now. And if you're not fast enough, the oyster may get very, you will shrink in size. Right. Before adding the oyster, add a little bit of oil. So add in a few oysters. Okay, then turn up the heat and do a really quick one once you toss it in. Alright, have your fish sauce ready. And then we go for the oyster. This is the Hua Tiao Chiew, the fish sauce. Mix it in. Off the fire, it's about done. Alright, give it a quick toss. It's off to the pan.